All right, welcome back. This is Ryan with Oak Harbor Web Designs, and we are going to convert a website. So here's the site in question. So we have Hawaiian Bail Bonds. They're a client of mine, and they have a blog, but it's a static blog system. Like I had to hand code and insert all of these, and it's kind of annoying. And we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to do something better, and we're going to put it inside of my new static site blog. So we're going to take this website and we're going to put it inside that Eleventy file. So what we're going to do here to start, if you've watched that first video, this is after you've downloaded. So when we take the code, copy and paste this into your VS Studio, and you clone it, and then we did npm install, and I just opened this up. So where did that guy go? Is that you? Yeah, here. So I'm gonna come over here. Yep, and there. So after we've done that npm install, I just opened this back up. So let's get our terminal. And then whenever we open up a new project that we have in this Eleventy, I already named it. I renamed it Hawaiian Bonds Eleventy, so I know that this is the static site generator version. And this is how you should do it. You download it, rename it, and we're going to work in here. We're not going to work on the actual files where this lives. This because we need a backup, right? So we're going to create, we're going to download it, put it in a folder, rename it, and here is the base. So we're going to npm start, and this is where it's going to live, localhost 8080. And so here's our version of the site. So I'm just going to inspect so that I can 1300, just so I can get a good desktop view. So this is what we're dealing with, and I can close this. I can just drop this down a little bit. We don't need to deal with this right now. So what we're going to do first, so let's go here. Oh, that's up here. I'm going to grab, so we're going to open up the new one. So this is the new one. So let's just put this over here. Oh, looks like it's just on the other side of my second screen. There we go. So I put this right here, and then we're going to open up another file explorer. I'm going to go to my project, and we're going to look at Hawaiian Bonds, the regular one. So we're going to open this up and put this on the right. So we are going to take our file structure in Hawaiian Bail Bonds, and we're going to redo it. So this is a little confusing right now, so I'm just going to do the list. That's so much easier. So in here, I am going to go into source, and let's start from the beginning. I'm going to remove the index.html, and I'm going to copy this one right there. So that's done. Go to pages. I'm going to remove all of these except for the blog, because we want to keep the blog. And we're going to copy the contact, about, and I think that's it. Everything else is yeah, that's easy. So copy these two, and we're gonna just put it in here because we already have a blog page. We don't need that. And this is a blog post, and this is a blog post, so we don't need that. That's our pages, so we're done there. This is the root directory, so let's copy and paste our sitemap. Let's just get that in there. And then we go to our CSS. So let's get rid of all the CSS except for the blog CSS, because we need that. We're using this system's blog, so we're keeping it. And we go to this CSS, and we're going to take all of this, we're going to copy, and we're going to paste it in here. So we're taking all of it, and we're moving it in here. Let's go to our assets. So our images, so let's just start with the images. So we're going to, Control A to select all and delete it. You don't need it. And we're Control A to select and copy and paste. And I don't think we need this. That's just a leftover from when I built this with my template. So we got all of the images in there, and now all of our fonts. Let's take this out, and I'm going to move all of my fonts in here. Okay, and now we got our fav icons. So let's go to our fav icons. That's going to be this guy. All of these, browser config, you. Take that, and we're going to take all of these, delete, and paste. And looks like we got a redirect, so we're going to copy that, put that into the root, which is where it's supposed to be. Go back to our assets. We have JS here, so let's remove this JS, and we're going to insert our nav, FAQ, and dark. So we're going to copy and paste. So that's there, and now that's it. So we've moved all of our assets and files into the new system. So we're good there. And now what we need to do is open it up. So we're gonna remove these. If we go into here, the source, we have everything that we added. It's all new. We got our images, our assets. So we're working, and see how everything is. It's kind of broke. This is the Hawaiian. Now we have the Hawaiian bail bonds. It's loading the HTML and the CSS, but all the images are broken. So the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to open up a new folder, new window, and I'm going to open the old project. So I want Hawaiian bail bonds. Close. Okay, so let's find my index. Yeah, you're around here somewhere. There you are. Let's close this. Move you over here. Close. God, I got so many. I just want to make this easier. Okay. So we're gonna shrink that. Okay, so here's the actual files. We're doing this so that I can grab all the files I need. So right away, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to our includes, and we got our header. So we're going to insert this header, and I think it's right here. Yep, navigation. We don't need the screen reader part. That's already part of it. So we're going to take this, and we're literally, oh, no, I got to grab this. I'm just going to put that in a new page for now. I'll re-explain what this is if you didn't watch the video before this. So we're going to take our navigation and paste. And now this is our navigation that we can reuse now. And we're going to take this guy. So this is how we do the active states. If you didn't watch the video before. Okay, so we got a class of active here. So that's the active class goes on the A tag. So we're going to remove this. And we're going to do class equals this. So let's copy and paste this on everybody. We don't need it on the number. So this is just contact. Let's just move this over a little more. Okay, so if there is no page slug, like /about, if it's just the website, then, and we're going to remove this. We actually don't use these. We remove the HTMLs in Eleventy. So if there is no, this is /about, or this is /nothing. So if there's nothing, then add the class of active to the home page. If we're on the about page, so if this text string equals the page slug, then add the active class. So we're going to do this. So if blog is the page slug, which is /blog on the website, then add the active class. Same thing for this. If the contact page is the page slug, so /contact, if it equals contact, well, then add the active class. And that's how we do that. So right away, what I do, like for these images, we're going to grab the quote and /images because I only want the images. So copy, Control F. So we have 4 instances. So we're just going to paste this and we're just going to do /assets because the file structure is different now. So when we do that, when we do this, it's all going to change, and this is where all the images come from. Let's see, logo. Click to go back to home page. So we're just going to remove that. No more index. It's just a slash. Okay, so we got that. Now we can delete you. We don't need you. And let's do our footer. So let's scroll down to our footer here. This is where everything is. We're just going to grab our footer and we're just going to put it in here. And again, we /images, we're only changing one. And let's remove the HTML for all of these. Whoops. Okay, I think that's it. So yeah, okay, so we're no more HTML. And all of our images have the new /assets, so that's good. I'm just gonna highlight you and push you over a little bit by 2. Whoops, too much. There you go. I just like it all. I just like to have it all aligned. And we're gonna save that. So now our header and footer are set. We have our active class logic set. Now we go to our base and we fill everything in. So if I go up to the top here, I want my fav icons. So, we would do, well, we're going to move these over here, but we don't need to do that because I already got the fav icon code there. Let's see, our script tags for tracking. So we're going to put that on every page. So here, right here, put analytics tag here at the bottom so that it doesn't render block anything above it. And then you notice we also have a little Google script tag here. Well, that's a funky one. Let's see what the other pages look like. Yeah, that appears so. Let's go to about. I guess that's just what it looks like. So we're going to grab this one. This is the one that goes inside the body. When you do a tag manager, they always have one that goes inside the body. And so we got that. We got our analytics here. Darken root. What do we got? We got darken root. Darken root. Let's go back to index. Let's just see what we got here. We don't need to worry about any of these. These are all going to be done with variables. Our social. So I want a different image. Oh, I already got it here. So yeah, the OG property for social media displays, I would just move those over because the canonical, the description, and the title are taken care of by the variables. So is the description and this canonical. Our preloads. So we are preloading this logo and these fonts. So we're just going to grab this preload and we're going to replace it with right here. We're not loading the image tag. We're not loading this on every page. So we're going to take that out. We're going to put that in the front matter on the index. You'll see soon. Yeah, we're going to load the logo and we're going to load the fonts. So we got to change the assets. Same with the fonts. We got to change assets /font /assets /font. So those are taken care of. So because we want to preload all of our fonts and our logo on every page because they're above the fold and we need that content readily available. So we got our front matter there. We got our tags. We got right here and here. This is our content. Our header goes here. Our footer goes here. Our JavaScript. What do we have at the bottom? So we have we have a FAQ one here. So there's an FAQ on the home page. I'm just going to load them on all pages just because it's easier. So we got nav and dark. I'm just going to add one for the FAQ. Yeah, this is the same. This is also part of the old build kit where we have that drop down from that background drop down on the navigation when you scroll down. So I think we moved everything over. And we're going to save. This is our base now. Oh, this right here. So this should be the Hawaiian Bail Bonds website. So we go here. If I go to home, I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to highlight this right before this, right after, even the slash, include the slash. Here you go. So here's the website, and then it'll have the slash with it, and then slash page slug. So this will grab, this is a function inside of Eleventy or in Nunchucks, whatever, and it grabs the file slug. So if it's slash about, it's just going to say, all right, well, it's put that here. So you only have to set the canonical once. Pretty nifty. So we save. Now we have our base done. Wonderful. So let's go to our index. We're going to grab our new page template. So I want to keep this, but yeah, so this is our new page template. I'm just going to keep this open here because we're going to need it. And if you didn't watch the first video, this basically replaces everything in the header. These are all the variables. The tag title right here, tag title, that goes there. The canonical, geez, if I can just, it's not going to let me scroll up. Oh, there we go. The meta title right here, that is right here. So that's in the meta tag for the OG title. The description, that is right here. So we set these little variables here at the top, and it inserts itself into the base, because the base, every website, every page in this website will be loading from this base HTML file. It'll have all of this on them, and then we just insert everything into it that we want. That's what's happening. So we're going to grab this. Okay, and this is the index file. Look how messy this is. It's got all this junk on it. We're just going to highlight everything and paste. Don't freak out. This is okay. Page name, we'll just do slash because that's home. And that's why I have this open over here, because I'm just going to grab from here. So I know, let's see, our description is right here. So we're going to grab that, and that goes right here. We don't need the canonical because that's already taken care of. I have to delete that from the build kit. Our meta title, that is going to be right here. This is the social media one. So we're going to put that here, and that will go in the OG tag. And then the tag title, which is our title tag right here. We're just going to grab that, and we're going to put that over here. The permalink, this is just what the link is, the file slug. So this is home. Home page in Eleventy is slash. Okay, and these are our individual blocks. So every page will have obviously their own stuff. Like you'll have your own CSS for this page, and these blocks, it has an opening and an end block, and this is the name of the block. So we have our CSS that we want to insert into base, and that is what this is. Page CSS matches page CSS. So what will happen is when it loads the base HTML as the layout of this page, it will insert whatever is inside of this block where we call it. This is how you call it. So it'll place that file here. Now on here, I do a little funky thing here where I have critical.css. So this CSS is everything for the landing page and whatever's above the fold. And then I basically use a little JavaScript to prevent my actual CSS sheet from loading, so it's not render blocking anymore because it's kind of big. And so it basically says, okay, local.css, don't load until everything else is loading. Like when the whole page is done loading, that's when you can load. And so that's why we have the critical.css. So this will load all the CSS for above the fold. And that will render. And then once the rest of the page is done loading, that's when the rest of the style sheet will load and the rest of the page loads. And if people have JavaScript disabled, then I just say, okay, if there's no JavaScript, just add the local.css. Don't prevent it from loading. So how do I put this on our base? Well, that's what we have our little nunchuck blocks for. So I just literally copy and paste this. I put it in my page CSS block, and it will take this and insert it right here into the base. So that's nice and neat. And then I also have critical.css. So that's also going to load. So we're going to need this. So I want you there. Okay, and then we're also loading, we're preloading the landing image on mobile. We do that on mobile only because it's not really needed for desktop, because desktop computers have such high speeds for internet connection. So on mobile, I have a mobile sized version of the landing page image, and it's also WebP, so it loads faster. So we are only going to load, we're going to preload this, and then I have that highlighted so I don't forget assets. I have this preloaded because it just makes things run faster when you preload the images that are above the fold. So we added our CSS for this page that we need to load, and we added our preload here. We have all that. Now we just enter the HTML code. So we don't need any of this. This is nothing to us now. And we go down here. We skip the navigation in the main. I'm just going to start from here to the top. I'm going to go to the bottom. Here we go. There we go. CTA. Here's the section, and I'm going to paste right here. And you see it's already highlighted all of the images. We're going to do that. All right. And now on this page, all the .html I want to be blank. So like this, about, contact, we don't do that anymore in Eleventy. So I'm just going to replace that with nothing. And that's going to delete them all. But I got to go back up here and re-add it to the base.html. There we go. Now all of this is fixed now. And I'm going to realign this. 1, 2, there we go. Now it's all nice and aligned. So we did that. Now the only thing is, let's go into the corresponding CSS, local.less, and I got to make sure. There we go. We have a slash images. We have 3 of them. So we're going to grab these, and it's going to be slash assets, or else these are going to throw up a 404. We just have to replace the file path. Whoops. Get rid of that dot dot. Just going to check them all. 1, 2, 3. Okay, looks good. So close that. Now, if we go to our page here, everything looks nice now. So if I inspect, all of our images are back. Everything is looking the way it's supposed to be looking. And that's that. So now we just got to do the about page. When we go to the about page, it's oh wait, no, this is Hawaiian Bell Bonds. We need to go to the local host. There we go. So it's got everybody here. This isn't loading because I forgot to. I gotta set up my less Hawaiian 11T source CSS watch, and then I want to watch local compile. So I'm gonna save this. Oh, I gotta do it. This is critical. This is gonna be in critical CSS. So I also gotta go to critical, find slash images. So that's gonna be a slash assets. And when I do that, this should there it is finally. So that's loading now. Just make, that's the thing to keep track of. Make sure if you have any background images in your CSS, don't forget to change them as well. So we just did the home page. This is all working. Let's make sure our dark mode is here still. Okay, dark mode is connected. That's good. So if we go to About Us, it's broken. It's still got our default HTML, and it's trying to pull the CSS we have, but there's no HTML to match it. So what we do, we go back to our new page template, and we're going to copy all of you. Okay, and we're going to go to the About page that we threw in here. It's the About page. Don't need any of this. Paste, all right? And we're going to send it. This is About, save. And right here. So now let's go to the About page, and let's grab that HTML. So we need, this is the description. This goes right here. Alt-Z to drop the lines. Canonical, we don't need anymore. Meta title for the social media display. We're going to grab that from here. And that's going to go right there. And then we grab the title tag from here to put here in the tag title. Okay, and that's that. Now we have About CSS, so we're going to change this to About because we want to load that CSS sheet. That's unique. And it looks like we are loading landing dot this one. So we're going to change that to this one because we're preloading that for the header image. And that's that. That's it for that. So now we scroll down, skip the navigation. That's already done for us. And we got our landing. Scrolling down, call to action. We're going to copy all of this. We don't need the footer. Below this line, put our HTML. And I'm going to grab this so that I can reformat it. There we go. And I'm going to grab, including the quote, because I only want to include images that are next to the quote. Because if I do that, if it already has an assets on it, it's just going to do assets/images. So I do the quotes, and we're going to change that to quote assets. There, just like that. And let's make sure that we have no HTML. That's good. Assets. We're leaving this for now because for some reason when you link to blog posts, they need the HTML on them. And I know this is a blog post. So we're going to leave the HTML there and make sure it works. So we're going to save. It's the About. And let's go into the About CSS. And let's just make sure we don't have any broken images here. So let's change that. Assets. Save. We only had one. Close that. And if we go to the About page, now it's alive. It's back. Welcome back, About page. We missed you. That's done. So now let's go to the Contact page. So that's here. It's broken. Oh no, what are you gonna do? Yeah, the footer's all messed up too. Okay, why are you in the CSS? I'm going to figure you out. But for now, let's go back to our new page template. We're going to grab all of the data we need, and we're going to go to Contact. Oops. Copy. Paste. There you go. We're going to save that. And let's bring up our contact page here. So we need this for the description. So we're going to put that here. Okay, Alt-Z. And then we're going to take the title tag here. This goes for the meta title. And then this is for the title tag, for the tag title. Page name, you guessed it, Contact. We don't need this because that's already taken care of in base. And the CSS we have unique is Contact, so we add Contact because we want that added to the base file, and we also want this added to the base file. So we're going to change that. So these will get added to the base, and make sure we change that to assets. And that's done. Now we just got to grab the actual content. So we're going to grab our landing, our form, and our little iframe here. We're going to copy, paste in here. All of our images up here are going to now be regular ones, and with the assets/assets. Now we're going to do .html. We only have one. It's just up there, so we're safe. Let's open up the contact file and make sure we have no /images. Nothing. Okay, so we have nothing to worry about in here. So we can get rid of that. And when we save, there's our contact page. Yay. So that's got everything. And it looks like the footer got itself figured out. And here, change that, boop, boop. So that's aligned. And that's it for that. I mean, we just got the pages now. So here comes the fun part, the blog. So when we click on the blog, this is the base blog, right? This is what we have built into the system. But I need to add blogs because Hawaiian Bell Bonds has 2 blogs that I need to add. So here's how we're going to do it. So we already get the blog. Let's open up, we'll open up this. So we're going to go to our blog. So the first one I want to do is, let's just go down the line. So we got Bond versus Bail. Close that off. Shoot. There it is. All right, Bond versus Bail. So we're going to go up here. Just get this where it needs to be. So this is the name. This is the page name. So what we're going to do, we're going to manually enter these things. We don't need to do this in the CMS. We don't need to go, we don't need to push the site live and then add them, that's not good. So we're going to go to blog, and here's our blog template. This is what our blogs look like. So we're going to close this for now. It has all of our variables that the config file, if you didn't watch the video in the beginning, these are all of the variables that they have access to. Let's just move this over. No, I can't move that over there. But yeah, page name, blog title, title tag, blog description. This is everything that's in the CMS. So these are all their options, and they're all here. Page name, blog title, title tag, blog description. So when you create a new blog in the CMS, it generates all of this. These are all the variables it generates for Eleventy to gather and statically generate the page. So right away, we know that our page name is going to be that, and we want to maintain that for SEO. It's got to be the same so they match, so we don't need to do any redirects. Here's the description. So we're going to grab this description, and that's going to go right here for blog description. And if you have, again, this blog description, if you have an apostrophe S, just wrap this in a double quote so that doesn't throw up any errors. And we got a blog title that's going to be lower. So let's just get the title tag. So here's the title tag for title tag. This is in quotes. The author and the rest, these are just going to come from down here. So here's the blog title. So this is the title of the blog. All right. And this was done October 30th. So I'm going to change this to 10/30, and this was 2022. So we're good there. And it was done by Ivan and not Joe. So we're going to change that. And the the image is going to be whatever it is for price. So what's that background image? I got to go to blog main price. So it's going to be /images/price. And I got to actually move this over from the blog folder. So that's another folder I didn't do right. I forgot that folder. So we go to blog. We go to images, and we're just going to copy all this and put this in images as well. These are all my blog images. That's good. All right, done. Done. So now that's going to load. I think that was a gavel. I think. Let's check that. Price. Oh, okay. It's just the palm trees. All right. home tree for the image alt. And now the fun part. There is, so we're going to remove this. This is where we convert. This is bond versus bail. Which one is this? I went to bond versus bail. Bond versus jail. Oh, I guess is that a mistake? Did I make a mistake? Yeah, it's bond versus bail. So if I click on this, bond versus bail, it's got to be bail. Bond versus bail. Okay, there's an error in my code that we are now fixing. Wonderful. So let's go back to the code here. So bond versus bail. We're going to move that. And what we're going to do, this is markdown. So, you know, no, it's just straight up tags. So it doesn't matter if they have classes on them. They're not gonna work. So like I have a section tag here. We're just gonna remove that. We're gonna remove that. So I put these all in little sections. And you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna do it and just see if the converter ignores it. So we're just gonna copy all of this. Copy, and let's see, where is it? HTML to Markdown converter. There's a good one I found. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Browserling.com/tool/html to Markdown. So you just copy and paste your stuff in here. Convert to Markdown. Copy to clipboard. Oh yeah, they have all the sections in there. Let's just do this in here, and let's just manually remove these sections then. Oh, what a bother. Okay, so that's good to know that it doesn't remove everything. Section. Is there another one? Section, and I think that's it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through find.html. We're going to find all our stuff. So again, well, this is the home, so that's slash. Remove the HTML here. That's not where the image is anymore. It's going to be /assets. So you got that. Scroll down, cost of jail. We're leaving that HTML there. Blog. That is now assets. Cuffs. And that is assets. A lot of images in this one. A lot of images. So it's going to about, it's going to home, and that is the tell. So it converts everything. This double hash, that's an H2, H3. It does all the links and everything for you. That's pretty neat. And then we're going to save. So when we save, I'm also going to rename this bond versus bail. Bond dash versus dash bail. Okay, so we got that now. So if we go to here, I think if we save, I don't think it's going to show up here. How much is this? So I think it's still palm tree. Let me make sure we don't have any errors. Oh, we have some errors here. Multi-line key may not be implicit in line 16. What does that mean? Aha. I think it's if we wrap this, because we have an apostrophe S, wrap that in a double quote, remove that single quote. Whoops. And there, now it works. Yeah, that's a great example. So we have this open quote, this quote here, and it thinks that it's trying to jump on a second line because it had single quotes around it. So it's thinking when this was a single quote, it's considering everything up to here as part of the text, and then it's considering this like a second line. Like, hey, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at because I'm a computer and I can't, implicitly understand what the hell's going on. So we had to wrap this in a double quote so we can use an apostrophe in here without it breaking up our string, and that's why it wasn't loading. But here it is. This is the blog, and when we click on it, continue reading. Here's everything with our images. Everything is already styled. I have all the images to have like a border around it and the styles, all of the text, all of the H1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s, all the lists, all the links, they all are styled for you. So you don't have to do anything. So we've added this one now. That's done. Now what we do when we want to add the second one, we just take this front matter. We just copy this, copy. We're going to do a new markdown file. We're going to paste. And what's the name of this one? Did I screw this one up too? Cost bail jail. Close you up. Cost bail jail. Wonderful. Let's copy that. And let's save. So we're inside the blog folder. Cool, with that one. So we're going to paste that as a markdown. So that's the name of it. And let's just change the name up here. And here it is, the description is here. So we're going to do the description. And then this is the meta title. Or no, that's right here. That's the one. That's the title tag. So I think this is just pulling from the same one here. Title tag and title tag and meta title are the same for blogs. And then blog title. So we're going to scroll down to here. This is the title of the blog. Oh, excuse me. God, it's like it's midnight here right now. I'm just burning through it. Blog title. How much did that cost? Okay, that was copy and pasted correctly. This one's September 19th. That was my birthday. I posted this on my birthday. So 09 19. And this one is getting it from cost. So cost is gavel. So I'm going to make this one gavel. Gavel. And obviously that's got to be a gavel. So we're going to save that, and that's going to be there. And no errors, so we don't need to fix any of this. So we're going to close this down. And let's go to cost bail jail. So let's just go here. Let's get our key takeaways. Let's just get our section tags cleared out of the way, because we know that the markdown converter is not going to like it. Okay, so we're just going to grab all, just going to grab all of these without any interruptions. Here's the P. We're going to drop U. We're going to go here. I'm going to paste, convert to markdown, copy to clipboard, and there it is. So we just got to, our HTMLs are highlighted, so we just got to change this to the slash and change that to the contact. And let's just scroll up and make sure we don't see anything funky. There we go. Sometimes it'll add little slashes. Just make sure you catch that. Here's another rogue slash. Oh, it's there. So that's good. That's good. I think there's really not much in this one. So when we save, it's going to save a second one right here. Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Blog. There it is. Right here. So there's our second one, September 19th. The system automatically generated this. And if we go to the top here for the post, these are the tags. So every blog post will have a post tag, but only the ones with featured will be in the featured section. So if we remove this, you gone. You're not featured anymore. You're nobody. So we're going to put that back because we only have 2 blog posts, so we want to, obviously feature them. And honestly, this is it. I think this is it. Let's do that thing. I'm gonna grab the link to you. So we're gonna open this up a little bit. I need to get the link right there. So here's the logo. We're gonna go into the config YAML, and we're gonna replace that logo with this one, so that when the when you log into your CMS, that will show up. Just a little extra something special. And I think that's it. I'm just thinking through everything, making sure we got everything. Oh, right. I did not. So we gotta go to CSS. We gotta go to our root because all of our fonts here need to be /assets. /fonts. /assets/fonts, or else those are going to have those are going to throw up some 404s. So let's see if we have any /images that we have to fix. No, we're good there. Does reviews have any? Yes. So we got to fix that, or else that's going to be a 404. It's be like, hey, there's an images here, but I don't see one. And we got one here in project. Because it thinks it's supposed to look directly into the images folder, but actually we have to go /assets then into images. So we just have to fix some of these. Got nothing in contact, nothing here, nothing in about. We already fixed. All right, we already fixed the about. Ah, got one. Oh, it could escape me. All right. So that's done. That's done. I think we're ready. Let me just make sure. So that's the other one. It's this one. I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, we have a git that I gotta get rid of because we're gonna initialize this for a new repository. So what I need to do is I need to close everything out that is touching it. So close this. I need to close this. We're done here. I think we've got everything. We've added everything. We added our blogs manually. We added our pages, our headers and footers. We don't need to touch these. Blog post template. Yeah, we don't need to touch these. These should already be taken care of, except for this canonical. We need canonical. So we're going to put Hawaiian bail bonds right here with the slash. So we're going to save that. Assets are already taken care of. And we're good. So I think we're done here. I'm going to close this. And then I am going to open the folder here. And we're going to delete this git. We don't need that. So now what I'm going to do, we're going to add it to Netlify. So I'm just going to log into GitHub off screen. Have some resemblance of privacy. Am I in the right one? Yeah. So what I'm going to do, yeah, we don't need you. We're going to create a new repository and new. And we're going to call this one Hawaiian bonds dash 11T, just so I know the difference. It's going to be private, so none of you guys can get into it. And then we're going to create repository. And this is what I'm going to do, the remote add. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go into my terminal here for my bash. I'm going to go into my desktop. I'm going to go into my folder where it lives, Ocarver Web. I'm going to go into the folder Hawaii, I think it's /bonds. What is the name? Damn it. Okay, I'm in Ocarver Web. Come on. Hawaii. Hawaiian. So that should be slash, and then that should be bonds. That should be /11T. There we go. If I hit tab and it finishes, that means I found the right one. Okay, now we're inside. We started at the desktop. We went to my folder where it lives, and then we found the actual folder, the 11T one. Now we're gonna git init, and we're gonna git add space period. We're gonna add all. That period means all. Then we're gonna git commit -m for message first commit, and we're gonna hit enter, and that's gonna commit. Then we come over here and we grab this sucker. We're gonna copy and paste that, and we're gonna paste, hit enter, and then I'm gonna git push -u origin master hit, and it's going. So now we're uploading. It's connected now, so it has this Git, so it's connected to Git, and in your Visual Studio, you can now push directly from Visual Studio to GitHub. So now it's on GitHub. If I refresh this, there it is, first commit. That's what I said in there, in the -m, the first commit. And this is where it lives. So it does not have the public folder and all that. It doesn't need any of that. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to sign into Netlify, and I'm going to show you how everything connects. I'm going to sign in off screen because, again, it's just some privacy. Just leave me to myself. So we're going to go here. Actually, I think I just do this. So we're going to add a new site, import an existing one from GitHub, and then we're going to do Hawaii. And the 11T one. So this Netlify is connected to my GitHub. I logged in, I gave it permissions. It's connected to my GitHub, so it can find these. I just added this and it found it. This is what we want. And this is where this is a very crucial step. It's going to say _site. This needs to be public, because that is now our folder. If we go into the well, actually I deleted it. I closed it off, but just make this public. That's all you got to know. Just make this public, deploy site. And then it should deploy. Now this is like adding a new site to Netlify. I just wanted to show you that and how easy it was. But now I'm actually going to connect this. So I don't need this I don't actually need this. I just wanted to show you how to connect it. Now I'm going to go into because I need to add this to an existing one. So I'm just going to go to site settings. I'm just going to delete this sucker. God, I got to type this out. Jocular -starlight 6B A0DC. All right, yes. You gone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for, go to my sites. I want Hawaii. So here's Hawaiian Bell Bonds. So this is why I did it separately, and I uploaded it to its own GitHub so that I can maintain the integrity of the old site as a backup, I go to site settings and I go to build and deploy, and I'm going to manage repository and link to a different repository. So I'm going to go to GitHub and I'm just going to load the other repository, Hawaii. I got to do the HAW. So I'm just going to have it load a different repository. I'm not overwriting anything. I'm not deleting anything. I'm just going to have it, load from a different repository. And again, we're going to change this to public so that it works. And it's going to be building. And we want to do this first, or else the Git pathway is not going to work for the identity part of this. So it's building. It's going to take a little bit, but it'll get there. It should stay uploaded, and then that means it should be published after it processes. There it is, published. So that means it's published now. So we go, well, all we have to do to enable the CMS now, we go to identity and we enable identity. Done. And invite your user, ohwdinfo@gmail.com. So that's my email. I'm going to send myself. And what we do now, after we invite, we're going to go to settings and usage. There's 3 things we have to do. Number 1, the registration preferences. We have to change that to invite only. We don't want any sneakers coming in. Number 2, external providers. We want to let them use Google. Like it'll say log in, sign in with Google. That's what this does. Enable external providers. It just allows them to sign in with Google. And we scroll down here, and we need to enable the Git gateway so that whenever they make commits, like when they are in the CMS and they add a blog, this allows them to commit to the GitHub without you needing permission. And that's it. It's done. You don't need to do anything else. That's it. So now what I got to do, I'm going to log into my Gmail, again off screen for privacy. So here's my invite. I accept the invite. Woohoo. And then this will happen. There's configurations where you can set it to automatically log in. I'm going to have to see if I can figure out how to do that for this one. But basically now, all you have to do is go to your website /admin. And then here's that logo that I was telling you about. I'm going to log in with Netlify Identity, and I'm going to log in with Google. I'm going to use my my email here. And then here we are. There's the blog posts that we manually created, and we can open them up, and everything is in here. It's all in Markdown saved. I can edit it, I can change things, and now I can make a new blog post. And I'm not going to do it because it's live, but everything is in here. The page name, so whatever the name is that I want to call it, with dashes only. Don't use anything else. It had, like this. This is a page slug. Just use dashes, so that, or if you don't use dashes, it's gonna die. It's not gonna work. It has to be whatever is usable in a URL. And this is the blog title, which is the title of the blog. Title tag, which goes in the title tag description. This is the description that goes into the meta description and the description for social OG tags. This is the author. This is the date, and you can backdate it however you want if you need to do that. Post. Now, because we have the featured tag. If we wanted something to be featured, we do a comma. It does the space all its own. Don't hit space. It already does a space. And then you do featured. Featured. There. Now whatever it will be featured. But let's say that you already, I don't want to leave this page. Let's say that you have 5 blog posts, but you only want 3 featured, and you want to remove one. So you just go to Bond versus Bale, this one. So this has featured on it. You just delete featured. There you go, and just post, and then you publish now, and then it will not be in the featured anymore. But I'm not going to do that because the site's live now, and I don't want to mess with it. But here we are. That's it. It's that easy because we did it for you. And then I'm going to do another video where we can have multiple collections where maybe if you have something on your homepage where it's an events section, we can set that to be editable in a separate collection where they could just click on it and they can change the events out. Like they can swap out the little, every event has their own little container or whatever, and they're attached to variables and they're generated via the tags, like the post tag. So we can set that up so that they can change their events as well, and we can even set the entire page, like the entire site. We can make all of the content editable. So you have this back end CMS system that can enable the client to make their own edits for themselves without needing WordPress or anything crazy. Like you literally just copy and paste this from the GitHub and just follow this video and instructions and understand how to use it, and you're done. This is as easy as it will ever get to do this. And I'm not going to make a video to show you how we did it because that's going to be way too long, and honestly I forgot how we did it. We just did it. So here we are. We're done. We added a blog. We added the old blogs from it, and let's see if we go to Hawaiian bail bonds. So when we hard refresh, we got the new. Now it's got the new site. Everything, nothing changed. You wouldn't even know if we go to blog. Now it's loading the new blog system here, and it's working. So we click here, and here's the blog. The markdown is already done for you. It's styled for you. You don't have to do anything. Just copy and paste the regular rich text into the let's see. That's in a different page. Whatever. Let's see. I'm gonna pull it back up. So like let's make a new blog. This is a rich text. So all you have to do is if you typed this out in a Word document and you already had your H2s and 3s and your links and everything configured, if you just copy and paste it in here, it'll just work. And then you can make your links here with your editors, or you can even just type in here and create everything. That's what I love Netlify. They just, man, they make life so much easier. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Let's see, I think we're closing in at about an hour. And it's only an hour because I had to explain everything. But I mean, I think if you have an existing site with a few blog posts and maybe like 5 pages, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to convert you should be able to convert the entire website and blog into a static site generated website with a working blog that connects to a CMS in Netlify in less than an hour. There's no reason you shouldn't be able to do that conversion. And there's no other I've never seen any other videos online that shows you how to do that in such little time. So I provided all the code for you. It's all in the GitHub. You just got to clone it and just follow this process of adding your website files to the new cloned folder. Don't try to add Eleventy to your current folder. That's just too much work. It's actually so much easier if you just copy and paste your assets and files into the new Eleventy folder system that we created for you, and then just piecing everything out, getting your front matter with those variables at the top of each page, recreating your blog posts in Markdown, and then just changing your file paths so that they all link up. That's it. I mean, it's just after you do a couple of these, it'll start to make sense, and it just flies by. I think my first one took me a few hours when I did local solar, and then my other two that I did for my other clients I think it was like maybe an hour and a half, and then the last one I did was like an hour, and then this one we're at about an hour, but that's because I was talking and explaining things. So I think I could have done this in 30 to 45 minutes. Um, and I still have another client I have to do this for. I'm converting all of my clients that have blogs. I'm converting them to static site. I'm converting them to this Eleventy static site generator. I'm breaking everything up into their headers and footers, and then the base, and making their blogs so that they can edit them, and they can even change the ones that I previously entered manually, and they can add their new blogs. It makes the client so much happier, and it makes your work that much more valuable. Like when you can say that you have a custom coded backend where you can log in and add your own blogs, and it's not on WordPress, it's all just custom. That adds value to your work and what you do. You're doing something that they could never even fathom. I mean, I could code in just HTML and CSS, and I could even fathom doing this. But very, very big thank you to Ethan over in the UK, who helped me put this together and walked me through it over a week. Like, I think we worked together for like the last week or so, just doing this together on our weird opposite time zones. So with that, I think that's it for this video. It's basic. This, if you want to use the static site generator portion of it, you don't need the blog. You can just delete the blog files and the YAML and the blog.json, the blog template, basically anything associated with the blog you don't need. You can just delete it if you just want to use the static site generator. Otherwise, I mean, you can keep it there. You can keep it, just, delete the blog page, I guess, and just have all of the configurations there, so that if you do want to add one, it's there for you. You just basically, I guess, undelete it or uncomment it, or whatever it is that you want to do to remove it. But it's all here for you. A complete static generated package for you. So I hope you enjoy. I am, gosh, it's almost 1 a.m. over here. I think I'm done. So this is it. I'm going to try and wrap this up and fix it, any other bugs that I come across, any other efficiencies. And I'm going to launch this to be public for all of you to download and use. So thanks for watching. Thanks for making it this far. And I hope this is informative. I'm going to write up a little README to go with this. So good luck, and I hope this was enough to explain it and make sure that you can, I give you a step-by-step process on how to do this and how to use it. And just watch it, practice it, and get used to it, because this is the new way that I'm building my sites, and this is how you should be doing them as well. It's I was always against static site generators. I thought they were just overkill because I could never, I tried learning it, but it's just so gosh darn complicated just to get this thing set up and configured, and everyone just kind of talked like, well, you should just know this. Like, well, sorry, I wasn't born knowing how to use a spoon either, but I still had to be shown that. So that's why I did this. I just wanted to take all the confusion out of it and just give it to you. Like, just screw it. Here it is. Don't bother. Just here it is, and just follow these steps, and here it is. So with that, I hope this is easy to use, and if it's not, you can please let me know what doesn't make sense, and I'll update the README or make another video. So yeah, enjoy, and dude, I hope you have as much fun with this as I have. This is awesome. So yeah, thanks for watching, and here's to V4.